Hey, 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 looks like it worked. Merry Christmas, everybody. Long time no see, no chat. Hope everyone is doing well. Glad to see you're all here. Do me a favor, smash that like button too, and pick up the phone and tell somebody we got an open pub. Pick your favorite holiday bottle or bottle you like to drink at the holiday, or bottles, because I have bottles here on the side, and let's have a pour. I put in the link to the pub is pinned to the top of the chat. Anybody want to join? Well, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Just go up there, grab the link, line up in the back room, and we're going to get this show on the road here. But anyway, yeah, just been busy, and then this stuff with YouTube and StreamYard doing some changes. I think that was the issue I had a couple of weeks ago when my live stream turned into more of a podcast than an actual stream. But oh my gosh, what annoying it was. And then even last week when I thought I was going to stream, the camera was messing up. But oh my gosh. I mean, I'm telling you, it was one thing after another. Right now, being that everyone's here that I could see and no one's telling me they can't hear me, can't see me, and it's telling me all systems are go. But of course, I'm looking at something here and it doesn't look like it is. Can you guys see me and hear me? Yeah. Yeah, it tore up. I see it. Yeah. But when I'm looking at the stream, it's telling me it's excellent. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not seeing it on my end. Okay, finally. Okay, I guess it's just plain slow. Okay. That's just how it goes. All right, it's all good. It's all good. Stupid YouTube. Thanks, Marty. Really? Hmm. Well, I don't I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. But I guess, well, I don't have Streamlabs, but I got StreamYard. I haven't made that switch, even though I'm being encouraged to do it. Um, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Let me go over here. Let me go down here and let me look at something here. Okay. It won't let me make a change, so I am not going to try it right now. We are going to leave well enough alone. I do. It is. And I did look at that because I had problems with audio earlier, Marty. It wasn't syncing, and I fixed that. Like I said, there was a lot of changes between StreamYard and then when I got into YouTube and got to the back end where you and I would start our stream and plug things in, things had changed. I'm like, holy smokes. So let me look at one other thing just because. Just because. Okay. Yep. No, we're good here. Let me see my audio again. Sorry, people. But this is what happens when things change. Anyway, it is what it is tonight, right? That's just how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be. Okay. So let me close this out. Let me close that out. Anyhow, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, all that good stuff. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm starting out with right off the bat. Not many people have ever had this It is extremely limited, and I could tell you it's probably about as rare as hen's teeth. And I know Marty's had it. I know Marty's had this, but this is a very limited release. It comes out at Christmas time, but I don't know if there's any out there. But I'm going to hold it up. It's from Top Dog 2023. And I know, like I said, I know Marty's had this. And I've got some poured, and it's just what I remembered. Smells like turkey. I forgot to have a pour of it last year. But boy, it's got that turkey nose right on it. Right on it, I'm telling you. Exactly. I knew you knew it. I knew you knew it. Like I said, I know there's a lot in here that have never had this to their lips, but here it is. And it's pretty darn good. You have no idea what that is. Oh, no, many people don't. But this literally was made in Top Dog's garage. How's that? So it is a hodgepodge put in one of them small ass barrels. Well, I don't know how big it was, but it wasn't a regular barrel. And he blended this stuff. And here it is. Pretty darn good. Like I said, it's very rare and limited. Not many people had it. And I know Marty had it. I know I had it. And there's a couple people around Whiskey Tube that have gotten a sample of it like this dropped off. But oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got that right, brother. You got that right. So I poured some in my little Brook Lottie glass here and figured, let's start off with that. I've got a couple of other things here. So let me have a sip and just say cheers to everybody. Cheers. I'm telling you, super sweet, delicious, but reminds me of wild turkey. It has that Russell's turkey taste. Is what I call it. Russell's turkey taste. Ah, no, but I'm telling you, I know you probably don't have any left, Marty, but I was going to say it's definitely got a little turkey esque to it. It really does. It most certainly does. And oh my goodness, looky here, looky here, looky here from across the pond. I couldn't wait to see him. There is Mr. Morgan. Happy Christmas, sir. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in here saying hello to us all. Hope you're doing well, sir. Mm. So at Christmas time, we all have certain bottles that we like to pull out and sample. It's because it may be something special that we bought. It might be a little spendy, but it's something that you bought to share or, have just for an occasion like Christmas. And, after Thanksgiving, you may bring that bottle out and share a dram or two with some people through this holiday season. And boy, I tell you what, I've said this before to you all, and I'll say it again. I have extremely, extremely been blessed, and I'm lucky to have such great friends who come here and listen to me stammer about whiskey regularly and drop off different things to the house. I don't know how many of you had seen my last post, but I'm going to get this thing because this is my holiday hangover right here. Got dropped off. This thing is freaking amazing. Amazing. I even get a little close so some of you can drool a little bit over it. Let me see how this is going to work because, man, I think I'm getting a little bit of too much glare. But anyway, yes, that is a Glenn Farkless 21-year-old in there. Yes, there is Pete in here too. Yes. There is a JM cigar blend. Here we go. J&M cigar blend right there. I can't wait to try that. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me move the other way here a little bit. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you what, tore up this thing. This thing is fancy. This is fancy, fancy schmancy. Even the Scotch tape one is like perfect, perfect. And you know, it's funny that there is an old Forester barrel proof in here. I am actually looking forward to trying it again because everyone I've had have not been kind to me. They've only tasted hot. You know, you get that momentary burst of sweetness to where it catches you and goes, ooh, and then all of a sudden it ain't nothing but fire the rest of the way. But I'm looking forward to trying that thing. But you know, like I said, I've got some terrific, terrific uh subs and that drop off things to me that some stuff I don't see here in Vegas, some stuff I haven't heard of, and just some stuff I plain just have not tried at all. So I am really, really, really uh, excited and happy to have that, and very, very grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much for that. I'm gonna probably end up taking a few of those with me when I travel. Another thing I got, which was total surprise, I just happened to be watching the stream last week and found out I got something, and then this was dropped off to me, which kind of ironic. I was staring at this bottle a few weeks ago, but this is from Friendsgiving from Women of Whiskey. So boy, this was a nice little surprise to have dropped off on my doorstep. I mean, really nice. Has a nice bag. Remember how the Seagrams would come in? Or Seagrams. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, what is that? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, what the heck is that Canadian booze? Peter, that comes in a bag and not a brown bag. One of them cloth bags. Uh, Crown Royal. Whew, I couldn't think of that thing to save my life, but I could see it. But anyway, this was really uh, a nice gift to get. Yes, yes, Crown Royal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time it came to me. It happens as we get older. But this was really nice to see. I mean, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. But you know that had popped in um, on my doorstep, so I was really really glad to see that this year. And something else I got has nothing to do with the holiday. It came just before it. However, it was a acquisition I made a few months back. It just took time to get out here. But ooh, I've been looking for one of these. Here, let me turn it around so you all can take a seat. Right there. I know someone's going to put up in the comments, that's nice. But yes, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, tore up. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. Yes, 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 yes. Like I said, I made this acquisition this summer, but it just took a minute to get out here. Well, ta-da. And I haven't touched it. And I've had it for a little over a month, give or take. But man, I've been staring hard at it. And so now it made it in here. It was out in the other room. And now it is here. Uh, isn't that the truth? But you know, when you got friends between the West Coast, the East Coast, North, and I may say North, I'm talking Canada, South, people are always coming across stuff, and I get texts, you know, with different things all the time. Hey, I found this. Hey, I found that. Hey, look at this. Or what we all do. Hey, what do you think about this price? You send the picture out to a couple people, compare. Yeah, that's about right. Or oh, that's cheaper and I can get it for or whatever. So you can see what if that's a good price, MSRP. You know, we all do it. I mean, you don't mind paying for something, but by gosh, you don't want to get ripped off. It gets, and once it gets in here, it is in the head rotation. It is in the head rotation. Yes, it is. And yeah, I'm very glad to get it. However, it didn't end. So there's a store here. Some of you I know have been to it, and most of you have heard me talk about it. Liquor Lineup here in Las Vegas, and particularly Liquor Lineup number 2, because that's just down the street from my house. Yes, I was there today. We'll get to that. But they put out some really good package deals, particularly on Black Friday. So they will usually put all 3 of the current release Octomores in a package deal. One price, all 3, and it takes effect at midnight. Well, for years I tried to get that. And guess what? Just never worked out. Just never worked out. So I've been talking about a lot this year. Talking about it. Well, it popped up long before Black Friday, but unfortunately, I bought other things. And so I had asked, hey, you going to have that deal again? And oh, yeah, we're going to have that deal again. So I didn't buy it. Just like I said, just because I was buying some other things. And when that popped up, I'd already committed to other bottles. And I'm like, I mean, it was just one of those things. I was like, well, let me show you. I'm sorry, I'm flexing. But let's start with the first one. There's 16-1 right here. Yes, let me just see. 16-1, 700 ml bottles coming in at 59.3 and 101.4 on the ppms for the peat. Oh, yeah, I got them all. Here is the 16-2 right here. Coming in at 58.1 in a 700 ml bottle, 101.4 on the peat. And here is this year's Peat Monster. No pun intended, people. No pun intended. But 16.3 at 61.6 ABV. Let me get my eyeballs focused on this. Coming in at 189.5 ppm this year. So those are the 3 Octomores. And what happened to this and how it ended up in my possession is my wife knew I was looking for this. And apparently she's on their mailing list and saw this when it came out before Black Friday. Little beknownst to me, we were down in Yuma. She called up there and made them put one aside for her. And they certainly did. And of course, she went up there and bought it. Again, I didn't know. However, she knew I was hot and bothered to get one. And so she had to give it to me a few weeks ago. Well, before Black Friday, because I was bound and determined to be smashing that buy button as many times as I had to get that sample pack. So anyway, got that this year. So that's my early Christmas present, which I am absolutely fine with. You know, you can get me my socks and t-shirts or whatever else. Hey, I pass on all that. I am so good with that. But that was, I was a little disappointed when I missed it because, you know, we all, just like I said, we all buy certain bottles or whatever and commit, and then something else comes up and it's like, I said, oh, well, you know, this, but you know, guys know my wife spoils me. There is no ands, ifs, ors, or buts about it. She certainly does when it comes to da booze. So, which leads me to today. And I told Peter, I go, I got something. And boy, do I got something. And I am going to open it later on. But I did. It keeps telling me I'm almost there. Good. Um, I went and tried it because I'm like, Canadian whiskey? Really? Come on. So I tried it and it left with me. Does anybody know this particular one? Do you? Well, this is 20-year-old whiskey from Alberta. 80.7 proof, bitches. 80.7 proof. Yes, you heard me right. Coming in at 161 proof. Yeah, 161.4 on this thing. 161.4 on the proof. Looky, looky, looky. Listen to what I had to say. I went and tried this thing because it's a hazmat. And yes, it's spicy. However, no way in hell does it drink like it's that high of proof. It's warm. It's warm. It's got some spice. But boy, does it have such a warm, sweet, viscous taste. And just right at the end, it had a little copper tinny type of just a tinge of like an aftertaste, but it was so late in the finish, it could have been the garlic on the bread that I had earlier. Who the hell knows? I don't. But oh my gosh. And $79. Yeah. There's not many left over there. There is not many left there, but oh my gosh. Vic, you better be eyeballing that. You better be eyeballing that, Vic. Right there, coming at 161 proof. And you know where to find it out here, Vic. I'm just telling you. You saw that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just telling you. I've already had some. This bottle isn't cracked, but it will be tonight. But I've already had some. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Marty's got some stuff up there. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got here? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Very good. AJD, look at you, boy. Cheers. Hey, while you're there, I'm going to let you drool a little bit there. Oh, finally got my grubby little paws on that little darling right there. Finally. You can't get the, oh, you're talking about the copper and cask? Yeah. That could be very much so. Very much so. I do not know that for sure. But oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Just wanted to clarify that we were on there because sometimes I slide that scale, go from A to B to D. So thank you. But oh my goodness, that was and is a really good whiskey for the money. And that was the first time I've tasted it that I can recall. That I can recall. And it's phenomenal. I mean, really. I'm talking, well, that wasn't a neck pour on that. It was down a little bit, but it might have been open a week or so, give or take. And it was a very good whiskey. Very good whiskey. And like I said, I've got a couple to get through. I'm going to finish this off and keep going down the line. Hey, Paul. Cheers, sir. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Cheers, Joe. Appreciate all these people coming in, saying hello, smashing the like button. Really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know Marty's stumping for me to hit 500. So if we get there, great. If not, Christmas is still coming. Christmas is still coming. But cheers, everybody. Let me get this down because I've already got the other one poured. That is another great, great holiday treat. And let me say this. Let me say this. It is my first bottle of it. I've had a taste of it prior to this bottle that I have. I thought it was good, but I sure as hell didn't like the price of it. And I'll reveal it here in a minute. And I'm sure a lot of you will agree that, it is good. And yes, there are some that are in that line, let's say, that they make that were absolutely just, oh my gosh. So let's just say 2022 versus 2023, just as an example. 2022, and this is just bullshit talk, but the 2022, oh, it's phenomenal. 2023 was good, but oh my gosh, 2022 would just blow your socks off. Anyway, going for $200, $300, $400, $500 a bottle or whatever stupid number they could put up on the shelf, and somebody'd come in and say, "Take my money and give me that bottle." Okay, yeah, it was $100. That would be about it. Period. On its best day, my opinion. So I never purchased one, but I was able to procure one for that C-note price a few years ago. And again, wasn't me to bought it. My wife found it and she got it for me. So that being said, we'll get to that in a minute. Let me finish this Top Dog 2023 Christmas blend right here. Marty, do you remember there or abouts what the proof of this is? I'm going to say C note, maybe 90, 98, 90. I'll be nice and say C note 98. It's not overproofy, but it's nice. It holds its own. It holds its own on there, but I don't think he even knows. I think it's just a wild ass guess for any of us on that. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh. Well, we make whiskey here in America, but they call it moonshine. And I tell you what, whoo, wee, Lord, Lord. I tell you what, that'll straighten your ass right out. But some is very damn good, but boy, potent. That's for darn sure. Okay. Well, mine still has the label and it has that little, like a cork label here at the bottom. So that's how I remembered it was the Christmas blend. And I'm like, I had to hunt for this damn thing. It got pushed back on the shelf. And, but yeah, there's nothing on there. But I'm going to say it's a C note, 98 proof or so. Uh, it's got a nice little spice to it. You know, yeah, I'm really good with that. Really, really good with that. Good whiskey at a nice price. Well, if you're talking about a decent whiskey, I tell you what, if you can find stuff like, let me turn around here, something. Well, you know what? That one I know you're probably not going to have because that's more here in Las Vegas and stuff like that. So yeah, that's not going to work out. A good whiskey for a good price. I'll be honest with you. They'll back me up on this a little bit, but I don't know. where, but this is an Evan Williams 1783. Here in America, they call it a Heroes Edition, but Evan Williams 1783 small batch. It's only 90 proof, but it has some good flavor to it, um, which I like a lot. Another one that is a good whiskey that I like here is the 1792 foolproof is a nice whiskey, and actually particularly just with literally with just a few drops um, of water. When I say a few, you count them out of a pipette or something, 2-3 drops, and this flavor just expands just a little more to make it pop. And these here in the US, $50 to $65, give or take. Just depends. Some places can go a little more, but uh, it's a nice whiskey to have. This is a particular one as a pick, so that which just means the particular store here bought that barrel, and the only way you're going to get it is if you're in that store. But 1792 foolproof is a normal shelfer that you can find all the time that they put out. If you are looking for another whiskey like a Scotch, uh, there are people that'll say, grab a Glen Scotia. This is a 15, but Glen Scotia is a really nice whiskey, which I love, and there's quite a few people here on the stream that have an appreciation for Glen Scotia. So, just a couple of quick recommendations between bourbon and Scotch, but yeah, it's all there. Hey, I knew I'd seen you. I knew you would be here. I knew you would be here, sir. I actually was going to text you, but I was going to give you a little time. So great to see you. Great to see you. Rebel, yes, Rebel 10. Ooh, where is my Rebel 10? Where is my Rebel 10? Where is the Rebel 10? I had it. I actually had it in my hand today. But yes, the Rebel 10 year, absolutely a good choice. I do like it. Do. Well, of course, Glen Scotia is good. Uh oh. Look who's here. Look who is here. Hey, always great to see you, Ben. Appreciate you popping in here and smashing that like button. Like I said, everybody, anybody want to pop on, the link is pinned at the top. Feel free, have your pour. Let me finish this because I got the gabbing. Imagine that. Wild Turkey 101 should be the best price to start with. See something foolproof at 60. Oh, 60 in the UK? I see. That's not bad. I'd pay 60 in the UK for that, without a doubt. And that's before tax, right, James? Of course, everything is before tax. Mm. Then there you go. Perfect. Perfect. Sorry, the chat's jumping. I'm just trying to catch up. But anyway, all right. Let me just take my last sip of this and let's get to the other one so I can do the reveal of it. Mm. Hydration, everybody. All right. So there's the other pour right there in the glass. Definitely fig, a little plum, baking spice on the nose, nutmeg, cinnamon. The ethanol's died down. That's for sure. It is. It is warm. Yes. Yes, it is. It does have that feel. And it's only about 49 ABV, if I remember correctly. Hold on, let me look at the bottle. Yeah, yeah, 49.3, excuse me. I forgot that. 49.3. But when I hold it up here, you all will know real quick, but it's a midwinter night dram. This particular one is Act 11, Scene 9, finished in a port barrel. And like I said, these bottles got stupid in price. When I say stupid, I've seen them for well over 200, as high as $499 for this stuff. And I don't want to call it crap. It's not crap, but crap's a figure of speech. But I mean, there is no way it's worth that. Like I said, $100, absolutely. $100 all day long. Okay, that would be the highest. Right now, they're on the shelves here for about 140. I looked at it, but it didn't make me want to reach out and grab one. Um, I think it's good. I think it's good. I'm glad I got this bottle. Okay, again, I didn't buy the bottle. My wife did. She got it for me because we were down in Yuma. Long story short, no, somebody in a liquor store there, and they gave her a good price on it. Anyway, so of course she bought it because I said to her, it's $100 is all I pay. But so there you go. I mean, I could think that's a fair price for the bottle, but I said I haven't had any since last year. I haven't touched it. I've given a couple of samples away over this last year, but for people that have never tried it. But this is a nice little holiday dram, like a treat. It's great to share because it's not something that people generally have, all over the place. Oh, I knew you were looking for your hat.
That's exactly what I went and did. It's not working well with a hoodie, but
I
hey,
understand.
I'll make it
But
work for a little bit.
that's right. You
Cheers,
got to have
buddy.
it. You got to have it. How are you, sir?
If I was any better, I'd have to sit on my hands so I don't wave at everybody.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But Midwinter's Night's Dram, what do you think, Marty? It is a
It,
good whiskey, but
I
it's
think
not worth much over a C note.
no, the batches from 2 or 3 years ago, everybody says are better. I'm not tried any. Well, I take that back. I have had a newer batch last year's at one of the local bars here, and it was pretty good. But like you said, they've priced themselves out of purchase anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. When you're dealing 185 to 200 for something that you're going to take a risk on, there's a lot of other stuff you could buy. So
Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right. And this,
yeah,
like I said, I've had others before this, and I think this was 23,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, this one. And
I think that's the one we own one, and my wife loves that port finish, so I gave it to her, and I think ours is a 22 or 23, something like that.
somewhere in there, this could be a 22 also. I don't remember. And it's good. Don't get me wrong. But for me to sit here and have a couple of drams of it over Christmas, that's possible. But any other time, no. And
Well, there's other port finishes you can do that you can
oh,
compare it to that are, the old elk port finish I thought was pretty dadgone solid. So
mhm,
that's a $100 bottle, but it's old elk. But there's other finishes. There's other picks that are port
mhm.
finished that you can do that are comparable, if not better.
Oh,
So you got to be
ab-
selective. I agree.
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You got to be selective on that. And there's no, like I said, I don't think it's a bad bottle at all. I don't. I really don't think it's a bad bottle. It's just that the price has just gotten too damn stupid. Too damn stupid. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
But it's a nice pour. I mean, it's a nice pour, but
Yeah,
$100, that's max. I mean, if this thing was around a
yeah.
$79 bottle, okay, okay. But it's
The
still,
boo rye,
um,
the boo rye hit here, Anthony, back in the fall, and it was like 175, and we're ABC, and I had it in my
what?
hand, and I was like, nah. I was like,
How
nah, man,
much?
I'm not. 175.
$175. Oh
Yeah,
no.
the one with the rabbit on it. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. Hold
yeah.
on.
I was like,
This
nah,
isn't
man.
it. This is a couple of years ago, and it's good. The Boo Rye
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
and Whiskey Mountains procured it for me from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got it because it wasn't down here yet in Vegas. And at that time, they were going to the distillery there in Park City, and so to get it, and they picked it up for me, and I
Mm-hmm.
reimbursed them, and I like it. It's good. I just haven't been into it in a minute because now I'm just about halfway, through it, and it's a good bottle, and I know I'm not getting another one like this one. They've come out with others, but yeah, but it's nice. It
Yeah.
is nice. I have 6 or 7 different High Wests, but High West isn't High West anymore. I mean, it still says High West, but they were bought out.
I've got a couple picks, and that's about the only thing I have left of the High West that are the rye finishes.
Mm-hmm.
The black and gold labels. They had some North Carolina picks a few years back, and those were very good. Me and old Rob MC tore into about 3 of them, and
Mm-hmm.
we were, for $75, we thought that was worth it. But that's
Now, see,
probably the last High West I've bought in 3 or 4 years. So,
so
like I said, be selective, you know.
mhm. Let me get one of those labels you're talking about here. So, just so everybody understands, you guys got to, I know the man. So, one call,
I
ruin
believe
your
it.
Christmas. Cole will be on the way. But here,
Yep.
the label here is what he's talking about. Now, this one is peated because it was, well,
Mm.
they aged it in ex-peated Scotch barrel. So it imparted that flavor into there. So the whiskey itself wasn't peated. It picked it up from the barrel right there. So
The one that came to
that,
mind too is the campfire is really good. You got to like the little
oh,
peat. You got to like
that's
the little
about
smoke.
5 down. That's about 5 down, but I got campfire up there before the
Yeah, I
price.
like.
I think
Yep.
I paid
Yep.
$69 for my bottle, and then it went up to over 100, and now
It's
it's slid
59
back down.
here.
It
Yep.
slid back down. Yeah. We're
Yep.
not 59, but I think we're right around 69, maybe 74. But oh, yeah, it got stupid in price, the campfire. And, it went out of production for a little bit and then came back. Mine was the first year it came back. The previous years were known to be much, much better than what's come out. But, I have
Yeah.
a couple of years ago and shit, it's damn good to me.
Yep.
It's damn good to me with that. And like I said, it's a nice pour. I think I seen Kathy. Yeah, I did. I thought I saw Kathy pop in there. Cheers, Kathy. Appreciate you being here. Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming, smashing the like button, and just saying hello to everybody. This is exactly what it's about tonight. Just sit back, have your favorite holiday pour, and let's just do a little BSing. It's what we do best. But I like it. Like I said, it's a nice dram. Unless somebody tells me to like get this year's and how good it is, I don't think I'm going to replace this bottle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
There is so much out there now. It's
Richie
hard to
Z. I was going to say, I
know.
thought I seen you too, and I seen Marty said Richie Z, and I'm looking. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you being here. Merry Christmas. But like I said, it's still a nice thing. I think it's, I was expecting this though on the midwinters just to be a little more thicker and viscous than what it is. I don't know how you feel about it, but I just think it. I was looking for something a little more richer when I first tasted it.
Yeah.
I'm just Like I said, I'm sitting here, I'm sipping on it. It's
Yeah,
different, is what I tell people, and it's an enjoyable dram. But to me, it's not that perfect dram because we all have the bottles that down to the last pour, it's got the sweetness, it's got the weight, it's got the viscosity. It has the finish that just keeps coming time and time again. Every sip, you get more nuances out of the whiskeys. We all have those bottles. This
yeah,
one isn't it. This one isn't it. But it's a good bottle. It's a good bottle.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good bottle. It is definitely a good bottle. And no, Eric Gunderson, I did not open those yet. I did not open those yet. I have to. I'm trying to get a hold of a couple of people here in Vegas. I've been a little tied up over the last few months, and things are brightening up, let's say. And hopefully for the new year, I'm gonna finally open this because boy, I've had them a minute, and that's why they're up there because that's the next up, the next up, the next up, and I'm gonna do all three of them in one fell swoop. Well, I say I am. Let's put it that way. I say I am, but boy, it would be a good time because I'm taking off uh, from Christmas Eve until the 5th of January. I'm just burning through some vacation, and no sense to go back. You know, it's calm, and that's that. Oh, look at this! Look at this guy.
I know. Can't
Look,
hide the truth.
well, you know, just how he is, though.
Hmm.
It's just how he is.
He just wished he looked this good, doesn't he?
Mm.
It's me and you in our hats.
I don't know why he isn't with us having a pour.
He's live. He's live.
Oh, he is. I
Yeah.
looked. I didn't see a thumbnail for him. Or
Oh yeah. He started at 8, I think.
shoot. See,
Yeah.
I feel bad because there was no one
No,
on,
no.
and so that's why I did what I did. I said, okay, well, nobody nobody important saw him. Let me
Oh,
see
that's
if
good.
this, let me see if this shit will work.
No, it worked
And
out.
then I know for tomorrow, my normal stream, it's gonna go. But anyway, yeah, I didn't mean to encroach on poor Big Vic there, but oh well, it happens. I know
He'll
he is. I
live.
know he's not upset. But anyway, so almost done with this midwinters. What were you sipping on anyway, Marty?
I poured the Old Dominic 8 year.
Okay.
It's good. It's really good. It's like a $50-$60 bottle, and it's their 8 year release, and it's pretty solid, I think. And I've got on deck, I think I've got, yeah, this is the Penelope Estate Collection 10 year from this year.
I was just looking at that. I think it's about, I want to say $79 out here.
That's exactly what it should be. Yes.
Okay.
And then,
It could be 89, don't quote, but I think it was 79 because I was like, oh my gosh, I got one of those. That's the old bottle.
yeah, that's the 108. I can't know if I can get that in there, but yeah, that's the
No, I
108
got it.
too.
Hey, it's right up there on top of the top of my shelf.
Yeah,
I bought it years ago, and I've had it. I have no reason to open that bottle, but I have it.
yeah, it's fantastic, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Top Jimmy got me two for my birthday at the Blitz, and yeah, that's
How do you find that one?
he found them. He found a shelf full at Kroger and bought every damn one of them. And gave them
Holy
for the
crap!
crew. Yeah, yeah, it's
See,
super
our
cool.
Kroger's here. It's called Smith's, but Kroger's owns them. Yeah, that doesn't happen.
I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan.
You
for this
have
one.
not seen 10-year Penelope? Oh yeah. Well, it's there. What did we say? Their estate collection. Yeah, it's on the shelf out here. Like I
Yeah,
said,
last year was a 9. This year's a 10, and then they've got like 4 more estate collections on top of that one. They got a 13-year that is just a flat out banger, but it's $200. You got to be picky there.
Hanging, you apparently missed this, and you're about to get the coal. Let me just make sure you see. It's coming to you. I'm making the call because I got him right here on speed dial, brother. Let me take care of it. Saying that crap, and I can prove it. And Marty knows. I know Santa. Marty knows this.
He does. Yes, he does.
He has seen. He has seen. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have.
That's right. He has seen it. That's for sure. But anyway, all right. Midwinter's Night's Dram is down. This next one, and I'm going to make a quote, and I'm going to borrow a phrase. I have permission, but it's a banger.
There you go. Let her rip, buddy.
It's a banger. And there is no more. It's been gone for a long, long time. And people that know. People that know. Hold on here. Let me clean my palate off with a little water. By the way, hydrate, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Marty's got a little Miller Lite going there, so he's well hydrated. Let me put the lid on this. Now, this one here, let me get a freshen. Let me get a freshen right here. Here we go. Get a fresh one. As a matter of fact, this one, the only way to do this one justice is to get a special glass.
There you go.
Special glass.
Uh-oh. This could be trouble.
This one deserves a special glass. And the only thing that goes in here is special whiskey. So the whiskey, the whiskey I'm about ready to pour is an Obtainium.
Oh boy.
Light whiskey. And when I turn this around, somebody's going to know exactly what this is.
Is that the barrel finish?
That is Christmas from Storytime. This is Christmas. This is that bottle called Christmas from Storytime Distillery. Coming in at 62.5, finished in a stout barrel, if I remember right.
Yep.
Shane, Klein, Ludwig, Williams, and I think Zerk were the ones that picked this. Storytime Distillery. This truly is chocolate. This is, when Shane explained that to me, I couldn't believe it. And it was Christmas, literally, when I took that first sip of it down at my father's house in Yuma, because I brought the sample that oh my gosh, see what happens when we get older?
Yep, I do know.
Yep, I know who I want to say, but give me a second. Here we go. It still smells like chocolate on the nose.
I bet.
It still smells like chocolate. Hey, Stacy. Cheers, girl. Hope you're feeling better. But great to see you here. Thank you for coming, smashing that like button, saying hello, and Merry Christmas.
Yes.
So let me pour a little in here. Now, this, like I said, special whiskey like this requires a special glass. So let me pour a little in here. And only certain people are part of this society that have this glass because it's a special glass.
Uh-oh.
And it's only meant for good whiskey. And when you're drinking that good whiskey, you have to be drinking it with good friends. So being that I'm with Marty, I have to use my golden blend from Whiskey Nose right here.
Cheers.
Boom. Buddy. This is it. It just does not get better than this, people.
That is.
So really, this is chocolate all day long and baking spice on the nose all freaking day long. And a hint of graham crackers.
Yeah, that thing's got like a from what I remember, mine's been gone for a while, but that thing had a like a key lime pie kind of thing to it too.
I don't know about the key lime, but I get whatever you say, Marty, because everybody's taste is different.
Yeah, that got a lot of. When you said graham cracker, that's where that key lime, that sweet, and then that stout kicked in, and the color on that thing's absolutely
Oh
ridiculous.
my God. I'm going to hold that up. Look
Yeah,
at
you
that.
can't see through that one.
Look at that. And you can see this char from the barrel and stuff at the bottom of this bottle. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this is made by Storytime Distillery back in 2021.
Mm.
Let me think. T Rob. Yep. T Rob got it for me. I was like, damn, I can't remember who dropped off that sample. It's T Rob. I'm pretty sure. Oh no. It wasn't T Rob. It's a mutual friend, Marty, that we know back in PA.
That's. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
I
be
actually
damned.
texted him.
Yeah, he's been laying low this year. He's getting real busy with work and everything, and
Oh yeah,
I
yeah. No, I texted him just to keep in touch.
good.
Just to keep in touch. I
Yeah,
think about him.
I do too. I miss him.
When I go home, I'm going to harass his ass. I'm telling you.
Dude, absolutely.
But
Hell,
yeah. So
he about drunk through everything he had.
well, don't worry. He knows where more is.
Damn right he does.
Mm.
Hey Anthony, my internet keeps spinning. Let me restart, and I'm gonna try to jump back in.
You've been good on my end, but
It's just
go ahead.
I'm spinning on mine, and I'm
Okay.
behind on what you're saying and stuff, and I'm playing catch up. Let me see if I can get it to kick back, and I'll try to jump back in. Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I'm not
All right.
going
Let me
anywhere.
see what I can do.
Go ahead. But oh my gosh, people. I mean, those of you that got to experience this story time, this thing is a chocolate delight. I'm telling you, it's chocolate. And but holy smokes. Yeah. So what I was saying is T Rob gave me something else. It wasn't this one. A mutual friend of Marty and I's dropped off the sample. And funny story about this guy. He was on a stream with Marty, and he has an accent. And so, of course, for me, I said to him, "Where are you from?" And he said, "Oh, I'm from the East Coast. I'm in Pennsylvania." I said, "All right, where?" And so he said, and he said, "Of course they say Pittsburgh." And I go, "Okay, where in Pittsburgh?" And well, he said a town, and I'm like, "What?" And he said it again, and I go, "So then you know where this town is, this town?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Do you know this person?" And we weren't live. We were in the when if you were on the pub with me and I ended the stream, we could still chat as if the stream was running. So if people don't know, but you're not live, it's like a Zoom call. So anyway, long and short of it is shit. We went to high school together. I'm like, I know this guy. I know this guy. Anyway, so small world. Um, so he sent me that sample, and I've always talked about it. And this specifically came from Shane Long from Storytime Distillery, who dropped this off to me so I could have my own bottle. And there's no more in existence. And I just got this a few months back. When I say a few months back, like let's just say early summer, give or take, give or take. So there just is no more of this thing. And oh my goodness, it is so good. So good. Does he like hats? Oh yeah, he likes hats. Especially if they're on an umbrella in a drink. Oh yeah, he loves hats. Exactly. Exactly. It most certainly is yummy. It is yummy. And I am, like I said, I haven't worked on this thing in a minute because these are the ones that I have out that you really just bring out for special occasions. And this one that I call Christmas, which it's really what it's called. It is absolutely for Christmas. Really is. Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely. Only those in the know, only those that are in the know and have this type of a golden Glen. Exactly right. Sorry. Streaming chat. It happens all during stream, people. Sorry. But they're absolutely correct. This is it. But it's just such a good dram. And believe me, I've never tasted chocolate like this in whiskey before, other than the crappy ones that they flavor. This isn't flavored. This just came because of the barrel. This is natural. And I swear when I first tasted it, I thought it was an American malt. I thought it was an American malt whiskey. It certainly is not. It's a light whiskey, but neither here nor there. Oh my goodness. This thing it's really nice. So it was my first real experience with it, and I just fell in love with it. Just fell in love with it. And it on the palate, or excuse me, on the nose, just as I'm picking up, yes, you get the chocolate, but a little like a coffee note hits me on there. Like a chocolate mocha latte. I don't have many of them, but kind of along that route. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, just all right, Marty. Go ahead. Get them squirrels a new wheel and give that one a break. You'll do fine. Now Marty was just he's just having little technical issues, but that happens. That happens. Oh yeah, I may head down that peated road tonight. I may go down the road. Yes, you know, so much whiskey sometimes, Richie, and I think we all can say this, takes you down a road or you remember something from your past. But I've said this, Shane has said this, and matter of fact, one of the reasons why Storytime exists is good whiskey is meant to be shared with good friends and family. It's it's the togetherness or the fellowship, but it's the memories that bottle or the dram will create that you're going to remember. And it's something that, that what Richie had said is that it sparks a memory or a conversation that you had with somebody over some whiskey. And that's why these particular ones I only use or bring out around this time of year, because it makes me remember my friends. It makes me think how lucky I am to have these people in my life and you guys. I mean, I come on and talk to you and we talk about whiskey. We could get into sports, whatever the heck it may be. But what we all keep coming back around to all the time is this and the stories. And how many of us have talked about different streams that just tickled us, or was just a good time? And we're just sitting, talking, chatting, cracking up. And not because we had 10 of these, it could just have been one. And as you all know, some of us just sip coffee, because we're just on a hiatus or whatever. But it's just a good time. And that's what this is about. And this is the holiday season. It's the time to sit back and, like I said, have a dram with friends and reflect on our relationships and the times we get to spend together. I mean, it's just fun. It's just fun. And when you get to talk to people, from around the world, and I'm going to pick on James because he's right here. Um, love it when he comes on. Uh, being able to talk to people in the UK, being able to talk to like Faz in New Zealand, Ken down in Australia, Scotch down under, you know, um, Peter and Paul and Donald ran stuff up in Canada, people in Norway. I mean, come on, come on. This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic to me. Totally enjoy this type of talk and just being able to hang out right here with you guys. And I'm just thankful and I'm grateful for it. I really am. Like I said earlier in the stream, these things just people come out here and it just shows up. Or I may make a comment. Oh, I haven't had that. That'd be great to try. Or, oh, we don't get that here. Out of the blue. Bingo. Huh. It's fabulous. And then look at this guy all the way on the East Coast, probably freezing his pinky toe off. It's cold here. We're only about 58 degrees Fahrenheit here. It's a little cold in Vegas right now. I know my family back in Pennsylvania, I think it's below freezing there, but I don't live there anymore. But it's just good to be able to do that. You know what? Yep. Hey, JD, how is it? How is it? Hold on. It's right here. And it's unopened, and the other one's with the rest. I haven't gotten to it yet, but by gosh, by golly, it is the next up. There it is. And you never know. The way tonight goes, it's right here in reach. It may just get popped. I can't tell you for sure. But I can tell you this. We are going for the hazmat here in a little bit. This copper cast coming in at 161 ABV. Oh my goodness, is that good? Oh my goodness, is that good? Exactly, Punxsutawney. Torp, you got it. You got a Punxsutawney feel. But actually, so my parents know I wear hats. So this is probably the third, maybe fourth different Christmas hat they got me because they don't think I would wear these $2 cheap ass hats. But by God, I like them at this time of year. They're a perfect costume hat. I mean, everybody knows I got bespoke hats that I have made for me, and but at this time of year, and you know what? I would actually pay to get a true top hat made for the holidays. But guess what? My hat maker retired here in Vegas that I've been buying hats from for over 20 years. He retired. Yep. Company out of California bought him. So I don't know if they're going to maintain a place here or not. I have to investigate. But I know, Marty, exactly what I said because I was headed because NFR is in town, National Finals Rodeo, and he always has a booth at a certain place, and I go. And just before we were going to go last weekend, let me look and see what he's got. Let me see what might interest me. And I saw the notice. I had heard rumors, but I didn't hear it from the owner. So I put it on the back burner. Well, it was true. He retired. No. Yes. Yes, I do. But you know what? I always say one of the finest $2 store-bought hats money can buy. Right there. So hold on, I gotta get this picture here. Hold on. So hold on, let me get it here. Let me get this picture. Okay, here it is. So hold on, let me take this off here because I got another great hat. Hold on, here we go. Can you all see it here? Let me get a little closer. Can you see it? So don't say you all don't know that I know Santa. But check out that, oh, you son of a gun. Check out that hat there, people. Do you see that hat right there? And that shirt, hold on, let me help you here because you guys won't be able to see it. There we go. Let me get that off me. Santa's favorite. So you all thought I was kidding you. Look at that hat, brother. They didn't think I would wear it either at work, but I certainly did wear it at work. Boom, there it is. Me and Santa Claus yesterday. That's right, people. That is right. Got one of the high schools here. We have a pre-K in our high school. So anyway, they had a thing for the kids, and well, of course I'm getting my picture taken with Santa. I got to make sure he knows what I want, and apparently he did because I got Octomore. So there you go. You know it. You absolutely know it. I are spoiled rotten. So that's what I'm telling you, people. Hanging, that coal is coming after that comment. That coal is coming. I can too. I can too. You know it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow. As far as I know, yeah, it's still streaming away. So it's like a mile behind on YouTube compared to where I'm at here looking, but that's okay. I'm gonna give her a go before 30 my time for sure. But anyway, so back to what I was saying here. You know, this Obtanium is light whiskey by Storytime. Man, it's a great holiday pour. Great holiday pour. Great name. Christmas is what it was called when they released it. And this is, well, the sticker on the back says 119 of 156, but this officially from the distillery is bottle 7 of 156. And this was sitting in the owner's personal cabinet at home, and he sent it to me. So that's Shane Long, Storytime Distillery. They're a non-producer, so they go out and procure barrels and stuff like that. But anyway, really was a absolutely magnificent frickin' bottle. Magnificent. 63. Ho, ho, ho. I think we were almost 70 today here in Vegas. We've been above normal, but it's been warm. But we're supposed to level out here coming up to where we're only about where you are for the high. Could be. Could be him. Bad Santa. Bad Santa. I doubt if they fingerprinted him and ran him through the ringer. Actually, he's a teacher at the school, and he does that. He's actually really likes the Krampus, whatever. Oh yeah, you should have seen him with his Krampus, whatever, the jacket and his hat and stuff like that. Makes me laugh. Are you talking about the story time? No, that's here in the States. Um, and you know him. It's Shane Long. He's been in chat many times. But he travels a lot. He's been actually working in China for quite some time. I think he's back and he's done with that stint now. He's back home in North Carolina because he doesn't live far from Greg McDonald. But you can see it online at Storytime Distillery. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. It's only 172 proof. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. Thank you, Marty. I was just going to say, just look up Obtainium. Obtainium. Yeah, yeah. I was going to say, is that the name of the distillery? No. Well, yeah, it is, but it is. Well, okay. Hold on. Yeah, this is 16-year-old MGP. I had to refresh my memory. This is 16-year-old MGP whiskey. It's 62.5 ABV. Oh, yeah, I have to restart reading the fine print to remember. Yes, thank you. Cat's Eye Distillery. Cat's Eye Distillery. Perfect. Oh, the copper and cask. The copper and cask come out of Alberta. Yes, exactly, Richie. Mm. Wow, that's so darn chocolate and coffee. Wow. Very warming. Baking spices, the light on here. Nutmeg for sure. It's coming through. I don't know, it could have been the other pores, but giving a little bit of influence on it. But oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Mm. So I'm going to open this so I can pour a little. So I can pour a little in a Glen and just let it breathe a little bit. Hold on. Let me get my bottle opener here. Don't anyone get scared. But Spyderco is a perfect bottle opener. There we go. See? That's exactly what I needed it to do. Exactly what I needed it to do. Boom. But yeah, this thing here has really, truthfully turned out to be, like I said, I've only had a little more than an ounce, maybe an ounce, but oh my goodness. And there's still a few left. When I say a few, there's still a few left, maybe 2 dozen of these at Liquor Lineup 2 here in Vegas. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's all I saw out. That's it. Let me open this thing up. Here we go. All right. Ooh, nice little pop there. I already have a Glen because we want to look at the color too. So I've got the Glen right here, and we are going to pour some of this copper and cask hazmat Canadian whiskey, aged 20 years, coming in at 80.7 ABV. People, let's pour some of this wonderful little nectar in the Glen, and I'm going to put a topper on it. And what I'm glad to see, that it is a synthetic cork, because that type of proof will just chew that up. Set that down. Where's my Glen topper? Here we go. Put the Glen topper on there. Let's do its thing for a minute or so. Oh, there's going to be some whiskey drinking. guaranteed. Hey, Steve, cheers, brother. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year, happy Hanukkah, all that stuff, because that is coming up, people. It's important. Hanukkah is coming, so we don't want to forget that. Appreciate you being here, saying hello, and smashing that like button. Thank you very much. We're just going over our favorite holiday pours. Um, I started off with a special from Top Dog from 23. Did a little Midwinter's Nights Dram, Act 11, Scene 9. I do believe this is 22 or 23. And then an oldie but goodie, but a little Obtanium Light Whiskey and the Christmas from Storytime. One of my absolute favorite holiday pours. But really glad to have you here, sir. If you want to join us, just pour something that you would normally drink at the holiday and sit back and enjoy. Oh, yes, sir. There we go. He already is in the spirit. A little holiday pour, Angel's Envy Rye. Now, Steve, is that something you generally prefer or you treat yourself to for the holiday? That's the premise of the little bit of the stream today, and actually just one of those impromptu streams today. But that's what we're talking about. Isn't that the truth? There we go. Man knows what I'm talking about right there. He knows. Yes. And this was personally given to me by Mr. Shane Long himself from his collection on his shelf at home. Oh, perfect. And you know what? I've said this in the fall. I've done different streams that a lot of people prefer a rye in the colder or cooler months, let's say. And when you're into November, December, January, February, it seems that most people who have a little, uh, I don't know, affection towards that spirit at that time of year, they just feel that it is so fitting to enjoy a rye in the cooler months versus spring and summer. Oaked poured rye, blend of 23.1 Canadian and 7.9 year MGPs. Ooh, okay. There you go. There you go, sir. But, you know, when you drink that, Steve, let me ask you, is it because it is something that you treat yourself to for the holiday, or does it have more of a meaning? It is more of an occasion thing that reminds you of something in your past that's pleasant, that you like to sit back and sip that particular whiskey and reflect. Because for me, some of this is. It's specific to a person. We shared this whiskey, the stories, story time, and the memories that it created. That isn't here. I've heard about that, but it isn't here. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I don't mind rye in the summer. I don't mind rye in the spring. I don't isolate it to just uh, fall and winter. But a lot of people do. A lot of people just are that way. I don't know why, but they are. To each his own. Mm, my gosh, this story time. I'm sorry, people, but this story time is so rich, so chocolatey that I'm salivating with every darn sip of it. I know. Keep going. And I'm not trying to like rub anything in people, but holy smokes, that's why I'm wiping the corners of my mouth. It's really, really good. Well, and I'm glad people remind me of this. I must check my humidor. It's right over there, and I'm so glad you said that. I must check my precious little delights in there to make sure that they are properly humidified. Oh, see? That's perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Honestly, that is perfect. That's one of the things I was looking for. What what is it about that particular spirit that moves you to do what you do? And that is an excellent uh, explanation. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you very much. That's it. And you know what? Some people may have that same type of feeling towards a beverage. It just really brings out that particular time of the year. So the holiday season. And for me, with some of these that I have pulled out, yes, yes. Now, have I sipped some Christmas before that? Oh yeah, I have. But in general, going forward, no, I probably won't. Midwinter's Night's Dram, same thing. Yeah, probably not. And I haven't. It's going to be more of a holiday thing that I do that. Unless, like I said, unless somebody specifically tells me, this year's batch, you need to spend that $140 for it. You need to go out and buy it, because it'll blow your socks off. Okay. I don't, once I have it, I've had it. And unless it's really good, yeah, I don't see myself replacing it. Absolutely. I mean, I don't care what anybody drinks, and I know I've said that. You drink what you want to drink any time of the year. It's regardless. If you like it, you drink it. I give people crap about adding water to whiskey all the time, or ice to whiskey. Ask Top Dog's wife, Renee. She'll post something, and I go, "What's that floating in that perfectly good whiskey?" You know, But hey, if you like ice in your whiskey, put ice in your whiskey. If you want to mix it with Coke, go ahead. I might think it's like an abomination, but it's your whiskey. You drink it how and whenever you want to drink it. There really is no right or wrong. Had a pour of Millstone, 1996, and Ben Romick single cask. Well, how was the Ben Romick though? Did it make you go, hmm? I think Millstone. I've seen it out here. Ah, okay. Ooh, okay. Got about another sip or so of the Christmas. Mm. This whiskey. Sorry, I'm harping on it, but is such a delight to just hold between your tongue and the roof of your mouth and let them flavors just go bananas. You just start to salivate and you can't help it. It's such a flavorful whiskey. I mean, truthfully, that chocolate stout coffee note is absolutely amazing. And Steve will tell you. And, Richie will say, oh, there's some graham crackers on that for sure. What? What? An abomination? Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe it. You must have been drunk. You must be drunk. Oh, it is. It truthfully is. When Shane told me that, okay, I remember him talking about it. I hadn't tried it, but a real good friend of mine uh, dropped me off a sample, and I drank it a few years ago at Christmas. Oh my goodness. The light went on. And I've always talked about this. I've praised Shane for this. I've talked about it, blah, 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 blah. And then, out of the blue, I get one of these unicorn bottles. I mean, true unicorn. There just isn't any left. And from his shelf, his personal collection. And oh my goodness gracious. Whoo wee. You hit it right on the head. You truthfully did. Oh my gosh. Mm. But this is some wonderful MGP. Mm. 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 All right. I got to let that flavor go before I wash it down with some water. But wow. Really nice. Man, that's really nice whiskey. And it's one of those ones that it's hard to say no to, any time of the year. Steve will vouch for it. Any time of the year, it's hard to say no to that whiskey. But I'm pretty good with not touching it. Now, some people might think it's odd. I don't think it's odd. I just like, I never thought of this as a whiskey that somebody would keep, let's just say for the holidays. But it may be, and I purposely left this here for this. But how about this? Some people will only drink, a bottle like this at certain times of the year, like the holiday, Christmas, and they'll bring it out when friends and family are around and share it. Okay, I never thought of it as a holiday bottle personally. Have not. The ones that I have brought out and showed you, yeah, yeah, yeah. The ones that I'm sipping on, yeah. I think of them as a holiday or Christmas type of a bottle. Okay, good, good, good. I'm glad you are. I am so glad you are. 51. I'm not sure to real. Orange bomb. Okay. Well, I just never thought of it as a real holiday, but you know what? A type of a drink, but you know what? You to each his own. Just like I said, you drink your whiskey how and when you want to drink it. If you think it's a holiday pour, great, then it's a holiday pour. But kind of not crossed my mind as being holiday pour. But okay. And this particular stag is 64.4, so 128, let's say 0.9 proof. And this one is literally, it's not opened, but it is the first stag I have owned a bottle, the first stag that I have seen here in Nevada, that when I did see it and put it in my hand, I could actually buy it because it was actually available for sale or not sold to somebody else, to which has happened to me on several occasions. But thanks to Liquor Lineup 2, ta-da, I'm holding my own bottle of Stag. And this is the first year it went to Stag instead of Stag Junior. So I just haven't opened because I've tried it. And they had two different bottles. This is the higher proof of the other one. So I picked the higher proof because I'm a proofy bitch. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. So now let me get a little more water. Hydrate, everybody. Hydrate. So now the copper and cask. The Hazmat Canadian whiskey, 20-year-old, coming in at 80.71 proof. Wow. Always rare and never ordinary. That's for sure. So this was first filled in January of 05 and bottled in November of 25. Let me see. Yep. 161.4 proof. Wow. So this was actually bottled in Rhode Island. Bottled in Rhode Island. So, wow. 20-year-old Canadian Hazmat. I didn't even know if that was legal. But anyway, as compared to other hazmats, it's kind of light, isn't it? So let me show you another hazmat that some of you may have, but unfortunately it was under 100 bottles. But this is the one by Independent Joe from Onyx and Amber. And then this one, if I remember right, was what, 143? Let me see here. Oh, yeah, 43. I almost said 48. It is 43. Okay. 143.6 ABV, 71.8. And what was it? 92 bottles from the barrel that they purchased. And this thing is magnificent. Look at the color on that. 20-year-old MGP right there. 20-year-old MGP. I'm not knocking it, but 20-year-old Canadian. 20-year-old Canadian. So anyway, this is the copper and cask right here that's in this glass. This is the one that I got today. And wow. Little ethanol, people, but that's what I would expect. Just see what we got here for a second. Hold on. Very clean on the nose, believe it or not. Very clean. Getting a little lemon zest on the nose. Yeah, citrusy. It is a big color difference, Richie. Yes, I was thinking about that Jacob's pardon. Maybe I'll open that because that would be a nice progression up the ladder. Wow, this is kind of unusual here. Hold on. Hold on, Steve. I'll tell you. I'm just trying to really break this down. It really is. I mean, there's a little antiseptic quality to this. I think it's because of the ABV. It's not bad. It's not burning my nose, but hold on. Let me try to reset my nose here. Because I'm trying to see what we get on here. It almost comes off to me as a rye. I know it's not. Swirl this thing a little bit. All right, there's finally a little vanilla on there. I was like, boy, I'm wondering. I'm wondering here. A very strong corn note. Kind of weird. I mean, not in a bad way, but I'm just that I'm not pulling. I'm not pulling much off the nose for some reason. And that's odd. I'm trying to reset the old factory there, and as I said, it's just this is confusing, Richie. It's like, holy smokes! Let me look at this thing for a second. Barrel proof, non chill filtered. Oh no shit. A single barrel project curating superior hand selected spirits, always rare and never ordinary. Yeah, this thing to me comes off as a rye on the nose for sure. So it's it's a product of Canada, Steve, bottled by Latitude Beverage Company in Rumford, Rhode Island, and that's it. Non-chill filtered, product of Canada, coming in at 161.4. All right, let me get another sip here. Let's see. Let's see what I get on the palate again because this was nice. This was nice. Wow. It is such a warm, sweet dram. The spice is rolling. Like I said, it does not drink at the proof it is. It has some heat, but it certainly is not bad. Certainly is not bad. Wow. And the flavor kind of, the finish kind of, excuse me, the finish kind of keeps rolling along. Wow. This is just different. I'm sorry about the pause, but I had a little taste of it, which was enough to make me go, okay, yeah, I'm going to spend the money because it was intriguing enough and had enough promise. And it's a fine whiskey right now. But hold on, let me get another little sip out of this thing. But like I said, the color compared to the other one, yeah, that's not there. But I didn't really expect Canadian whiskey to be dark at all. I'm going to say, Richie, excellent viscosity. It is warm, it's sweet, it's creamy texture. The spice really hits the center of your tongue and just hits the outer edges. I'm salivating just like I was on the Christmas, but it's not hot like you would think. It is not hot like you would think at that particular proof at all on there. It certainly isn't. I think it's whiskey done right, in my opinion, particularly at the proof level. Truthfully, it's a sipper. There's no doubt it's a sipper, people. Don't think it's not. Um, yeah, it's something else. And like I said, there's some on the shelf. That's for darn sure. Over there at Liquor Lineup too. It's a nice sipper. Definitely you're not pounding the shit out of it. You're not going to like the outcome, that's for sure. It certainly is, Richie. Okay, it is Copper and Cask, Steve. Copper and Cask from Alberta, Canada. Canada, excuse me. Uh, January of 2005. It was the fill date. Dump date was November of 25. This thing is very nice. Very nice. And it's still available at Liquor Lineup 2. I don't know how many is left, but I saw about a dozen out. And as people try, and like I said, $80 for this, it's a buy all day long at $80. If you're a proofy bitch, this is freaking good. This is good. And this is the neck pour off of this bottle. And I had one that was open maybe 7 days. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mm. But you know what? That's okay, James. Oh, absolutely. You certainly will wake up tomorrow. Too much of this time travel juice, but this is this honestly, Steve, one you want to share for sure with some good friends who would enjoy this whiskey and treat it with the respect it deserves. But it's a nice sipper for the proof. It is a nice sipper for the proof. You know what? It damn well may be. It damn for $80 for a hazmat and 20-year-old juice. Uh yeah, it's up there. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. Wow. I'm sorry about the pause and being quiet, but I'm just busy letting this flavor develop the way it is. I think it's nice. This is not anything you're going to be shooting. And if you do, it's going to shoot you in the end. But definitely not as hot as you would think. Just doing a little palate cleansing here. Wow. Really nice whiskey. Really nice whiskey. That's for darn sure. Hey, Amy. Cheers. Great to see you here. Thank you for popping in and Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Appreciate you coming in, saying hello, smashing the like button. Thank you. We're just talking about holiday pours, what whiskeys you only bring out at the holiday. I started with a Top Dog special from 2023, which is he put together in his garage. And then I went to a Midwinter's Night Dram. Um, this one was Act 11, Scene 9, right here. And then from that, I went to an absolute banger, borrowed that from Whiskey Nose, it's an Obtanium. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Obtanium Light Whiskey from a distillery called Storytime. This was released in 21, and this is specifically called Christmas, and it is a chocolate graham cracker smasher. It is freaking amazing. And this truly is a unicorn bottle that I have here because they don't exist anymore. And I got one from the actual uh, distiller, Mr. Long, from his personal collection. He sent that to me earlier this year. So we're just sitting here having a few of our favorite holiday pours and something I picked up today. And Tom, you're probably going to be interested for sure. But this is a Canadian hazmat that is, oh my gosh, it is a darn frickin' just absolute deliciousness. Let me hold it up here. It's from Copper and Cask, coming in at 80.7 ABV or 161 proof. And I've got some in the glass. And oh my goodness, it drinks nowhere near that proof that we're talking about. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying, oh my goodness gracious. It is fantastic. Fantastic. Let me take that off of there so I know what's going on. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this is a very nice whiskey. Very nice whiskey. Liquor Lineup has done a good job with it. Hmm. Also, I'm glad I had some electrolytes before all this whiskey, but wow, the way this flavor just develops is amazing. I'm telling you, I'm salivating. I'm salivating here. It's like, yeah, no way this damn thing drinks like that. There just isn't. It's just not there. Absolutely not here, people. Without a doubt. It is not here. It is. It truly is. Like I said, I got this liquor lineup too today. And I tried some and I had to leave with a bottle. Excuse me. It has been that good. That good. Now, I mentioned that when I was there, I got just a little bit of maybe a metallic note on the finish or something like that, but it is there, but it is in no way detrimental to the whiskey, in my opinion. It's so late in the finish. Who knows what could be causing it? Because it is a perfect sip right off the bat. When you hold that whiskey between the center of your tongue and roof of your mouth, the sweetness that you get from it, you will instantly start salivating. You don't even notice the proof. You don't notice the proof, but you notice the sweetness. You notice the creaminess. You notice the viscosity on this whiskey. And it's impressive coming out of Canada. And I'm not knocking Canada, but it is impressive at what it is. It truthfully is. So, wow. Really good whiskey. Really, really good whiskey. You know what? That is a darn good idea. That is a darn good idea. I don't know why, because like I said, I'm not a fan of adding it, so I don't always go to it. But with something as high as this on proof, shoot. I do not have my dropper here, but you know what, James? All right, people. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to go ahead and just drop a little bit of water in here. Okay, there we go. That's enough. That's enough. Let's swirl it around a bit. Swirl it around. I just put a little water in there. Thank you, James. Let's mix it up a bit here. We'll make it dizzy, as ADHD whiskey would say. Got to give credit where credit is due, people. All right. Pretty much the same on the nose. I don't know about a teaspoon, James, but I will say this, it's made it a little lighter on the palate. That little bit of water has toned down the spice. Impressive. Let me have another sip or two. Wow. It holds its own. It is definitely a little thinner. It is definitely a little less spicy on the palate from that water, but it's still just as warm and as inviting as it was in the beginning before the water. I will say I think I like it without the water better, but I will uh, go back and do that again just to see. But water doesn't seem to hurt it at all. No. Well, it shouldn't. Not at the proof it's at. Not at the proof it's at. 161? No. Not at all. I don't know. But maybe that's that metallic taste. Very, very late in the finish. Very late in the finish. You didn't miss anything. I'm on to the copper and cask, the hazmat right now. You didn't miss anything. James convinced me to just to add a touch of water, to which I did. Exactly, it is. Teaspoon. Shit, I think he uses a tablespoon for sure. And so does Gert. But yeah, that's nice whiskey. Very nice whiskey. Like I said, it changes a little bit with the water, but there's enough proof it holds its own, without a doubt. Definitely holds its own. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm surprised though. The dog hasn't been here and bothered me. It's been 2 hours. She's had dinner. She's not in the hallway. I just took a quick look to see if she was hiding in the hallway, but she is not. Mm, wow. That's nice whiskey. That's absolutely nice whiskey. Ah, well, get a little more of this here. Oh my goodness. To think we can take care, we can take it as. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow will be my normal stream, without a doubt. Tomorrow will be my normal stream. Yes, yes, I am. Yes, I am. This one is pretty much done, and I am good with it. So, being that I have a Jacob's Pardon hazmat, well, you want to call it a hazmat. Let me look here. Yeah, 142. I am going to go ahead and open at one of these samples right here. Let me put that up there. Can you see it? Hold on. Focus. Focus. Hocus pocus. There you go. It's 18-year-old Jacob's Pardon. All right. Let me get some water going here. That'll be my nightcap. And I'm trying to remember if I've ever had this before. Mm. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was on there good. I didn't know if my arthritis was going to let me open that sucker. Let me get the Glen of choice here for this Jacob's Pardon. Okay, in here is some Jacob's Pardon coming in at 142.7. Definitely showing I'm a proofy bitch. All right. Oops. Whiskey abuse here a little bit. All right. Ah, yes. A little more civil of a nose. I get some fruit on this. Definitely a little malt. Doesn't on the nose, it's not like it does not have a lot of ethanol. Oh, that's nice. And I mean that in a good way. Wow, nice sweetness to that Jacob's. Jacob's Pardon 18-year. Very nice sweetness. I don't know, but it's nice and sweet. It's nice and sweet, James. It's not over the top by any means. Silky, for sure. That's a lovely dram. Definitely some fruit. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Is it peaches? Is it plums? Is it citrus? I don't know why my nose is like shot. No, it's not a lot of ethanol, for sure. You like it? I don't think it's bad at all. Nice flavor, nice viscosity. I'm just sitting here letting that flavor come up, and it's like, You know what? That amber, like I said, I think you and I have discussed this before, Tom, but I do like it, but it's generally one glass and I just can't do another. And it's just, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a weird finish, but it's a weird finish. Um, I do like it. It's not terrible, but once I have it, I can go, weeks without touching it, if not months again. I don't know. There's just something about it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, let's have some, let's have some, let's have some. And then when I do, it's like, that's it. I'm done with it. Not that it's going down the drain by any means. It's like, no, I'm just done with it for now. I have to set the drink down and walk away and get a water or something like that with it. But anyway, um, yeah, it's definitely different. Hey, Katie, cheers. Thanks for popping in, smashing the like button, and Merry Christmas to you and your fine husband. Cheers. You know what? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Richie. I think that copper and cask, I'm gonna have a little bit more tomorrow and probably a little bit more next week. And then I'm gonna cap it off and I want to get it down a little bit and then just leave it set. Like I said, the one I was drinking out of today, I will say has been open a good 7 to 10 days. Excuse me, has been open 7 to 10 days, and I thought it was fine. So let's just see how this will open up in roughly 2 weeks. And but I'm not expecting it to be a barn burner as far as changes go. So for me, I will say this: the top pour is going to be the Obtainium, the Christmas. That's number one, without a doubt. That is number one right there, right now. The next one that would come into that would definitely be the copper and cask because I just love how viscous and sweet it is onto the palate. Um, that next one was going to be this one. It's going to be the Jacob's Pardon, without a doubt. The Jacob's Pardon would be third. What would be in fourth place, I will have to say, is going to be the Top Dog Garage Mix from 2023 would be in there. And then, not that it's bad, but with everything else I have had, this would be in fourth place right now, which would be a Midwinter Nights Dram. And that is, again, is Act 11 C9. So that's how I would line it up at this particular point in time, since you asked me how it was. But the Jacob's Pardon definitely pushes the other ones out. Oops. Again, sorry about the silence. I'm sipping. Let's see how this finishes. Yeah, it's consistent on the finish. There's no doubt there. It's consistent on the finish. It's not short. It's not extensively long. I think it's just right. Yeah, I think it's just right. I really do. I think it's just right. I think it's right where it needs to be on this Jacob's pardon. Let me have a little sip of water here. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. We actually talked about those early releases of it and how good some of them were. But our biggest thing is how the price just went out of sight for this bottle. And I'm lucky to say that I got this for a C note because there's no way I'd pay the two, three, four, $500 that some of these bottles were going for just a couple of years ago. There's absolutely no way. No way, excuse me, that I would have done something like that on this. Unless somebody, I mean, when I say I would buy it again, okay, let me preface it by not much more than I paid for this bottle. But if somebody called me and I understood their palate and they said, you absolutely need the 2025 a midwinter's night dram, then I would probably consider it. But in general, yeah, no, 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 no. When this bottle's gone, I cannot say I will replace it. I can't say that I won't, but put me on the spot now? No, because let me see what's coming out in 10 years before I would make that decision. But it's a good bottle, a midwinters, but it just, I think there are better whiskeys out there. Excuse me, I'm just checking something here. Do, do, do. Absolutely, water up. That's why I keep this here. And I like it because the way it cleans my palate a little bit. I have an old Scout, but I'm trying to remember where it is. And I'm trying to remember who dropped that off to me. It wasn't Will. It wasn't Will Davilar. Mm, I'm trying to remember. I know he's in Chicago, and I'm having a moment right now. But anyway, that's who I got one of those from. It's been almost 5 years, and I don't have it, so I drank most of it. So I can't complain about it being no good. That's for darn sure. Mm-hmm. It is a rye. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, just let's see what it says here. All right, sorry, clearing my wash out there. I think I've had that, Richie, but it's been a minute since I've had that. It has been a minute. All righty, let me see here. Everything's good there. All righty. Well, what I'm going to do at this particular junction is I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Everybody go over to, if you want, go over to Big Vic. But I am so glad that things pretty much did work out with everything. Once I think I figured it out, I'll work on the latency part here tonight a little bit and then tomorrow morning to figure that out, why I'm not quite fully in sync for some, but I don't know. It could just be an internet issue between StreamYard and YouTube. Not sure. But yes, I will be around tomorrow right now. That is for sure. You know what, Steve? Thank you for that. Yes, this was just an impromptu get together holiday type of thing for me. Work some bugs out because I've had some actual issues. But it really has been a great stream. I don't normally do this on Saturdays, and I certainly would not have done it knowing that Vic was running. But you know what? It's all good. He was here. We were all chatting. But I thank everybody for sharing some stories, sharing some whiskey and a good time. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Look for the thumbnail. And I think I might open the Spring Bank. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it'd be the Bel Blair. Who knows? But, if they are right here, it just depends if I want peat or no peat. Who knows? But that being said, let me raise what's left of my copper and cask and say thank you, everyone. I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great evening. Cheers.